Zoe,
Yes, I'm here.
Chijian, Linkai, Huishen.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Desmond.
Yes, sir.
All right, Wenjin. Wenjin is here. Huijian.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Marisa is here.
Yeah.
Gilson.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Kachin.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rachel.
Yes, sir.
Jiaxi, sorry. Boshuan is here.
Yes.
Oi Cheng.
Yes.
All right, Wenjin.
Yes.
And Xu Ying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to quick
Sir,
talk.
sir.
Yes.
Lai Wen Sing, she's lagging. She'll be in soon.
Lai Wenjin. All right. Okay, thank you for informing me there, right?
All right.
Okay, for our sessions today, because I already record my sessions, the important kind of what do you call that? I have recorded two of my sessions that I actually explain our main objective, right? I already share also one of the importance kind of what you call that mistakes that most of the students do, okay, during the development process, okay. I did also told you guys, okay, previously, okay, whatever that we're going to go through with the exercise for the week exercise are the most kind of moments that you need to know whether you basically are going to be in the right kind of directions or not, okay. We want to build up that kind of directions there. We want to build up that kind of important kind of understanding there, right? Okay, from the process of those exercise there, all right. So for illustration itself, okay, we have two different kind of subjects for 2 semesters, which is this semester going to be introductions of illustrations there, right? So that means you're not going to emphasize more, a little bit more on your drawing skills there. Without your drawing skills, the right kind of coordinations, you won't be able to do it right. So I want to give you guys, I want to test you guys, okay, for these sessions. Before I'm going to show a bit, right, okay, because I will show basically the same kind of methods of working for each class is that each student should follow the same kind of coordination directions there to improve their drawing step, right? I know some of you guys have developed your own kind of skills, right? But I haven't detected yet because all this kind of moment of process of developing the skills, right? We will actually, what we call that, experience. When it comes to week 7, that which means you are going to be tested. Okay, we do a video presentation based on your previous exercise. You're going to explain to them what are the things that you improved, what are the things that you expected, okay, from this kind of process of learning, right? And then you're going to explain also about your first project assignments there, right? Okay. So from there, we are going to go through with the second and third kind of assignment. Okay? So basically, what I've planned, the whole assignments are going to be related there, okay? And the whole process of learning also, whatever you guys been working on, we're going to be related in terms of to understand the right kind of coordinations there between your hands, mind, there, okay? Eyes, hand, and mind together there, okay? So if you take a look at these two different drawings there, right? If you have, okay, as I told you guys, I've shared also the same thing with you with the last two people. If you have these two different kind of designers there, that you want to employ, right? Which two different kind of designer that you want to hire, okay, based on their sketches. I know you have the answer there, okay, but I just want to test you guys. But don't give a very silly answer. Like. Give a straight answer as a design student. Which one basically you really prefer? Hmm? You can hear me there, right? Can you give me the answers there? And why? I want a bit kind of direct, specific kind of explanation or answers there, right? Why? Which one? Okay, we have left kind of designer, the first one, okay, and the right one, okay. We have two different designers there who actually have to sketch the characters there for you as a client there, right? Which one do you want there, right? And why? Which one do you going to hire there? Middle? Which one in the middle there? This one or this one there, right? This is a this is the same designers there. Why? Can you guys explain that, right? Okay? You can speak with your voices there. I want to hear your voices there.
The left
And
one,
the left one. Why is it, Marisa?
because the sketches, the lines looks more smoother than the right one.
What's wrong
The
with the right
line,
one?
yeah, compared to the right one.
Compared to the right one, why is it? Why is it the right one is not right? It's not actually quite interesting.
Because the left drawing, the lines look more quality and smoother, and the right one, it's more like sketchier, like run, like it's like one stroke, strokey or something like that.
This one also looks sketchy, the right, the left one.
The left one,
What
the
are the
lines
difference between this
more
line
smoother.
drawing? This one.
The
The
left
line,
one, the left
This
one
one?
looks more 3D dimensional than the right one, because the right one it looks through 2D, and when you see the left one, it looks more like a 3D sketch than the left one.
Okay, in other words, right, if you saw people draw like this, what do you have in mind?
Lazy?
If someone actually try to come up with the interview sessions there, right? No lazy. Right. Maybe this guy actually tried very hard. He's really tried very hard there. It's not lazy there, right? He's tried very hard there. But what are your perceptions there? Okay, your kind of perception about this design, these two different designers there. It's not lazy because when they go to interview there, okay,
beginner.
both of them actually have the qualification. Huh? What is it?
The right drawing,
Good, right?
it looks like the guy doesn't know where to start or doesn't know how to start.
Okay. They don't know what basically he's doing there, right? He's very hesitant,
Yeah,
right? What are the things that you can find, you actually assume from him? Do you actually have some sort of like experience to see this kind of drawing before?
That the right drawing is
What type
basically
of
me.
people actually you see, okay, from this perception? All right, okay. So
Both
it looks a
both are
bit like a
creative.
doesn't have any kind of knowledge there, right? Okay.
yeah.
Both are. What is it there, Anwar?
Both are creative, but
Both like what?
they both are creative actually. But the left one is he or she, I don't know, put in more hard work into the drawing than the right one.
Okay, so those basically the logic of explanation that you have there, right? Okay, okay, when you actually saw some people drawings there, so that means you basically have that knowledge there, right? Even though okay, you say Anwar you cannot draw there, right? You really had a hard time there, but you know basically how to define the right kind of drawings, right? Based on your knowledge and the bad kind of drawings there, right? So you know basically, and you knowing also you used to draw like this. I'm using the words use because not only Anwar, because the rest of you guys who actually have experienced the same kind of drawings has to avoid, has to throw away this understanding or knowledge or experience or skill that you have and learn back again to change. All right, I did also give you guys, I think, a lot of demonstrations based on the way that you're going to find your coordination with your hands. And both drawings were being drawn by the same person, right? By the same person. It's me there, okay? But how actually I can actually integrate and visualize, right? Different kind of drawings is all because we understand. I understand what's wrong, what is not wrong when you actually start to move your hands there, okay? So we've been go through with this kind of coordination exercise, okay, for around 4 weeks there, okay? 4 weeks there. So what I want you guys to share, one of you guys to share today, okay, is how actually you guys actually work or operate or navigate your tablets. So anyone who actually have the same problem like Anwar, please please basically confess. It's okay, right? Okay, to share, okay, with your kind of what you call that problems that you have here, because this is basically the point where we want to learn and understand it. Because my kind of way of working, I'm going to work, okay, when I actually conduct any kind of projects or any kind of works, okay, for my previous kind of freelancer or staff direct, I will actually work according to the person's skill. So that's why I told you guys that, okay, you have to find your own kind of path there to develop your skills. But I'm only going to show you guys the directions, the guideline, how it works in the right way. But you have to find yourself too. Right? Otherwise, the changes are not going to be happening because you're the one who control everything, not mine. I am not actually can control everyone's mind there. I cannot control it. I'm not actually a mind freak or mind illusion or whatever or magic trick I have there. Okay? So the guide I can provide, but you have to experience them and show us your kind of struggling there. Okay, if no one actually want to confess, I assume maybe one people only actually brave enough to share. All right, Johari there, right? Anwar, Johari there.
Me?
Amir, Johari there.
Yes.
Sir,
Okay. Can you share your screen?
sir,
Share my screen.
Yes, yes,
Lai Wenxin joined
yes.
5 minutes ago, yeah.
Live was she? Oh, join there, right?
Yeah, she joined already. Yeah.
Okay. See? Right. You were in there. Right.
DJ, I'm also in.
So, Okay, we actually record the sessions. Okay, you guys can actually check back again. Okay, our conversations there. All right. Okay. So okay, I'm here. Right. Okay. Please actually share your screen on Photoshop. I want to see how actually you
Yes,
work
me?
your exercise. Yes, you. All right. To share your screen, open up
Wait, how do
Photoshop. I
I?
want to see how actually you
Oh, okay.
construct your line there. Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a
Okay, thank you.
sec.
All right.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes, you can see the screen there. So I'm recording there. Right? Okay, open out any photos that you have been working
All
on
right.
before. All right. I think the human is more better. All right. Okay? Because the human is more better. Right?
The human.
Yes. So set up your canvas areas that works.
What, sir?
Just set up your working areas there.
Uh
Your
huh. Oh,
layers,
you want me to redraw
right?
everything?
Grayscale images. Yes, I want you to draw these figures there back again. I want to see how actually you construct your line there. Right? That's where
Oh,
we know
actually, I don't.
basically whether your tactics that you the tactic that you're working is right or not.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wait, give me a sec. Wait.
You just can actually okay. Basically the photos is portrait there, right? It's not the landscapes.
Oh,
It's okay, just reduce the opacity there first. Next time, if you use a landscape portrait formats, okay, open up portrait kind of formats, okay. Okay, reduce opacities, reduce
all right.
the what we call that opacities around 60% for the layers there, for the pictures layers there, right? Okay, now change it to grayscales. Image adjust grayscales for the photos. Gradient map, there, right? Adjust gradient map. Okay. So now, okay, choose your brushes there. What kind of brushes do you use?
Wait. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I use the hot round opacity pressure opacity.
Okay, try to draw them. Why didn't have those strokes there, right? Okay.
Oh my god, I'm
Normally,
so
when you
bad at
change
drawing human.
basically any kind of special features on the strokes there. What kind of brushes that you use? Is there any other brushes that you can use?
I always use the hot round or the hot round pressure opacity. Either two.
Okay, do you have different brushes there? Can you scroll it down a bit
Yeah, I do have a
for
lot of
us?
different brushes.
Okay. Close, right. Okay, check that. You have the cow brush there, right?
Uh huh.
Alternate pencil hard brush. Okay, pencil hard brush. They can pick them. Why actually? Okay, have the strokes there, right? Okay, good. Okay, delete this. Select all and delete these images there first. These drawings there first. Okay.
Oh,
Master.
oh, wait.
So Okay, when you want to draw these subject matters there, right? Okay, these subject matters there. All right. Okay, one of my way basically I'm using, okay, conducting the change the layers from the first layers become, okay, when you conduct those line there, you're not actually drawing there, I mean,
Uh-huh.
you actually trace them. You see that, right? Okay, those are the one of the first mistakes there. When you start to draw,
Mhm.
right, I don't think that this is the right kind of uh, close positions, okay, that you actually have, right? Okay, when you want to develop with more kind of detailing, right? Okay, on the some of the small areas from your subjects, you have to zoom in a little bit more, all right, in your draw. You try to draw them.
I mean, when I zoom in, the picture becomes pixelated, and it's kind of.
Yeah, because we're using 150 dpi only there. It's okay.
Mhm.
I just want to see how actually you work there. Why you actually draw the outline first? You don't draw the whole thing there, okay? As I show you guys there. Why?
Because I don't
You
know
did
why.
saw how actually I construct those line there. Why? Did you saw how actually I do the work there, right?
Yeah.
How actually I construct the line there from my
Uh-huh.
videos?
Mhm.
How frequently basically you repeat to look at the way that I do the works, do the line, construct the line. How often actually you watch the videos? I know the
Like.
video it doesn't look like a Korean pop kind of music video yet, right? You watch entirely or you always repeat, right, all the things that are done.
Mm,
This is basically is they will it's not only for you guys, only for you, I mean, okay,
uh-huh.
but everyone basically make the same mistakes, especially for those who actually cannot draw well. Okay, what are the mistakes here? I saw a lot of incorrect kind of way to work with those strokes there. This is the common mistake that most of people do there. Okay, they draw the outline first. I did mention, I did show, I did record the videos before that, right? Don't draw an outline only. Maybe today we are going to start to construct the outline, okay, to define the shapes. But right now, for last three sessions that we have, right, okay, from our first beginning using the tablets, I didn't actually draw an outline there. I draw the whole thing, all right, part by part, okay, from the beginning when I actually construct the strokes and line to develop those drawing kind of illusions, okay, based on the photos there, okay, based from our reference here. Okay, you have the right kind of strokes there. Even though I cannot actually be with you guys there, right? Okay, uh, I know it's very hard, but when I look at your drawings there, I mean,
Uh-huh.
okay, there's an improvement there. But the only thing that you don't have, right, you not actually draw the whole areas there first, right?
Okay,
You keep
understand.
doing the outline there first. I don't know why there, right? That's a common thing
Uh-huh.
happen, right? When you draw the outline, okay, that means you trace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you trace there. We want to avoid tracing our photos there. We are not actually going to go into that path there. Okay, we are not going into that path there. We have to use the flow of our drawings here. Okay, and when you actually start to draw there, right? When you start to draw there, I can see that basically you, right? Okay, if I want to use this picture here, right? Okay, let me draw now. Okay, complete the drawing letters. You want to see that? Draw these areas there, the the armpit areas there. Can you control the strokes there, Amir?
Yep, I am kind of nervous right now.
They have a
So
thickness line like that, right? Okay? And thickness line. Okay. Can you get that right? Can you feel that?
yeah, I can.
Can you feel the strokes there when you move? Can you feel that?
Yes, I do.
Inside you, right? Okay, when you do the strokes there, you
Mm-hmm.
can see the different kind of flows there, right?
Yes.
So those kind of feelings, you have to keep in your mind, right? You have to keep that in your mind whenever that you start to draw there. Remember that, okay, we are drawing there. We learn about drawings and we learn about developing our skill in illustrations here.
Mm-hmm.
We're not tracing them. Always keep that in your mind there, right? Okay? All right, thank you, Amir, there, right? Okay? So I want
All
to
right,
show back again how it works there. All right, can you off sharing there? Thank you very much, okay?
no problem.
All right, good. So now, how actually I'm going to close this one, huh? Remove there. Uh, oh yes, there's something there. Okay, now this is what actually people actually do wrong there, I think. Okay, when we start our drawing there, okay, people always do like this one, okay? And so also the video why actually I draw using those different colors than black, right? Okay, please. I'm choosing blue or red colors there. So what basically you've been working on, okay? Normally, when people start to draw, first of all, they don't know where to start. Those are the things that actually you guys been explained to me when you saw that kind of sample of drawing, okay, from those YouTube there, okay, for my recording sessions, okay, yesterday. So when people draw, okay, they don't know where to start there, where to look at, okay. The way that you want to train ourselves as a designer there, first of all, we capturing the shapes. When you look at any kind of subject matters there, girls, women, animals, objects, look into the whole shapes first. Okay. We're using computers to make us to have more kind of understanding there. This is what people actually, we actually develop our understanding there. Shape is a part of the second element of design. So I assume or I bet that you guys have learned this kind of theoretical kind of understanding there, formalistic kind of understandings in other subjects like art appreciation or introduction to art directly. So hopefully you have been explained with this kind of elements there. Did you have been go through with this experience then, learning about theoretical formalistic of the element of design, guys? From other subjects. So if you have, good, right? If you don't have, hopefully you will actually be explained later on. Because all the subject of design are actually related, right? Illustration, photographies, or any kind of related, right? They're going to be related directly. So now, the mistake that people do, you start to draw like this. All right, I want to show you guys how actually I move my hands. All right, you start to draw like this. Right. They don't know where to start, where to look at the writing. even though there's a picture in front of you here, but they don't know where to start to draw, and sometimes they press. This is the common mistake that we have. I have one of the students who actually use a Genius kind of brand of tablets there. It's quite old there, okay? So he doesn't have the pressure point. So when I asked him, luckily I actually can actually experience and saw, right, his kind of struggles there. So when he draw, right, everything doesn't have those strokes there, right? Like this one there. See, if I actually have this kind of problems, no matter how good that I draw, they're going to be look the same, like this one there. Right, but this one has a pressure stroke. Right. So make sure you install the driver first. All right, see how actually I zoom in, why actually I have to zoom in, and why actually I take a lot of times to construct the line here. And I try to combine each line there, guys. Okay, I try to combine each line there when I draw. And I try to construct also the right kind of pressure stroke there. Right. And this is the quality of line that we need to practice that for the past 3 weeks. If you seem not to draw, cannot get the right kind of strokes here from last 3 weeks of your exercise, this week you will need to make sure that you can get the right kind of pressure kind of strokes. Okay, when you draw this. All right? Understand? If you seem still using to draw like this, right? See, you draw like this one, right? You try to get the whole line in the right shape there, okay? To construct the shape there. If you seem to draw like this one, I'm going to ask you guys to draw back again. If I'm not going to ask you guys to draw today, or maybe next week, or maybe before your presentations, when you have presented your works for week 7, I'm going to ask you to draw back again for week 4 exercise. Why? Because I don't want to, I'm going to deduct the marks there. I'm going to have the crucial limit, right? Okay? I'm not actually just do it because I'm enjoying that. But I want to make sure that each of my students, when they come to draw the basic structures there, all subject matters that we choose in this world, they came from these basic shapes. Right, you see that? Basic shapes there. Watch back again also my videos. You must be able to develop this kind of construction line. Oops. Right. Construction line there. Can you see the construction line there? Okay, when I ask you guys to draw the shape there, I not draw the shapes or outline only. It's not there, right? Today, this week, I want you guys to construct this constructions line there. Try to define what is this, huh? Got a like a blister there, right? So basic shape there, right, guys? Huh? Basic shapes there. All form of structures came from the basic shape. All right. Maybe some people say, hey, I don't understand how it works there. How actually we see this kind of things there, right? Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but you just can watch the videos there. Okay, learn to develop the basic structures. We're not going to be ended into these sessions only there, guys. Okay, not only ended into these sessions only. But if you take a look at the line, the quality of line that I construct with this kind of drawings, is basically emphasized, all right, for these drawings. The difference between these drawings and these drawings is basically I draw this one based on the reference, but I draw, right, that drawing survey is now based on my imaginations, right? Based on my imaginations, right? So if you take a look closely, this is the construction line that you have to develop and learn to understand while you actually do this exercise. When basically you move or draw with your hands. If you cannot get, okay, if you ask me, we are going to follow exactly. I want you guys to follow the way I move my hands, the way I construct the strokes, not the way I actually replace the shapes there. Maybe when you replace the shape, they're going to be a bit different, okay? But the most important thing that I want you guys to work with is how actually you see things using the shapes. Yeah, using the shapes. Using the shapes, all right. Where? Yeah. Using the shapes. Alright? You see a thing in shapes there, right? Same goes when we start to draw human there. Humans here. The alignments of everything there. Alright? We actually try to analyze the shapes of the structures that fits. Right, the green or turquoise colors there, okay, is based on the alignments that based on the face kind of what we call the positions there, okay. Every part of the human face positions there, the alignment there. Right. We're going to go through more into details there. But if you take a look at the photos that we have here, try to define first the alignment there, that we call that made it the what we call that the arrangements, the measurement, the distance between each kind of shapes will define the right kind of what we call that size proportion for the drawings there, right? Okay? For the whole faces of the drawings. A lot of people didn't actually realize them. That's why when they draw the, for example, the lips there, right? They become a bit more off this. Why? Because they don't actually see through into those details, even though you have the photos with you. Okay, sometimes they don't know how to draw these areas there. They draw like this one there, right? Why? Because they don't have enough kind of experience and knowledge there. What I want you guys to work on with, okay, look at how actually I draw. That's how actually we can learn there, right? Not only learn from, all right, guys, okay, move the line according to this line alignments there. Those are one of the way. But can you see how actually I construct the line there and strokes? This is basically that you need to learn from my demonstrations there. When I draw the nose, I'm not actually combine the whole nose there. If you draw something like this, right, they become cartoon, not become realistic there. When you draw those drawings, we don't actually draw the whole thing, especially the nose areas there from front view. Okay, eyebrow also the same thing. I did show you guys also from the previous videos. Take a look at how actually I draw the eyebrows there. You can define the shape also first, and then start to etching them up. See the eyes, it's not fully circled until the end of the socket there, right? Okay? The top lid there, right? Okay? What you can do, you can actually draw half or quarter of it, this, and then draw another one for the iris there and pupil there, right? And then the other part of it, of eyes, are going to be here. The iris there, right? The whole eye, basically, you think how big is it, the eyes? If I'm not mistaken, it's around here. This is your eyeballs there. Maybe a bit more smaller there. But you have to, this is the logic, how actually people study the shapes there, the structures there. There's a lot of reference on the YouTube, how to draw these subject matters with more details, that we cannot cover the whole thing there. If you saw how actually I managed to draw the hairline there, okay? I'll not draw the hair like this. Construct the line slowly. See? Right. Even though there's a lot of brushes nowadays, especially when you use Adobe CC to draw hair strokes there, I don't want you guys to get caught with that kind of special effect brushes there first. Use the very standard brushes first to control your brushes there. And to understand the anatomies, the flows, right, the proportions, right, of the hair, the volumes of what we call that lines that form basically the hairline. Okay? Because if you can control your hands in the right way, I'll not actually draw the whole thing, you know. Some people actually draw the whole thing like this. I don't know what happens to the person. I think they try to draw like this one. It become messy there, I think. Use the flow, but by the same time controlling the pressures there. You draw the structure. You don't have to draw the whole thing sometimes. Just put some indications like this, and then draw back. You can see there, okay, how actually I managed to draw the works there. So follow exactly and improvise. All right, because everyone will find the right way to coordinate your hands with your mind, okay, by looking through your eyes, okay, and you will use that kind of coordinations that you find to improve your drawing skill from time to time. It has to. Okay, guys? Any questions so far?
Nope.
So this week we have two different kind of drawings. First drawings you can apply with the shapes if you want to, right? Be creative a bit to develop your kind of experience to understand about how to construct this construction line there. I'm going to give you guys another 3 because I cannot find the right pictures there. Because I always want to give you guys a bit kind of, not a challenge, but a very not good quality pictures, because if I can find a very good quality pictures, I will share with you guys, but the right kind of pictures for you guys to work with. So make sure you develop this construction line and do a bit kind of research there. If you saw one of the videos that I actually show you guys directly before this, okay, for the last 2 sessions, I did show you guys how to draw basically in the right way first. Using this is a sketch line, but this is more like a continuous line there. For Ame and for the rest of you guys who have a really hard time to develop your skill, I really strong recommend you guys to use this contour line drawing exercise. Okay? If you don't know what is the contour line drawing exercise, if my kind of demonstrations were not too clear or you want to have more kind of understanding, please, right? Do your own research on YouTube about contour line drawing. Okay? What a contour line drawing is all about, okay? Because normally this exercise we did the entire semester. but not for your program, right? For most of the program that we did for basically for the art students, right? You're basically an art student, but you're more into design there, right? Okay, you basically been trained to become a designer. So that means designers have to learn also what arts people do, but you're going to mix up a bit with the technologies, right? Contour line basically will define a continuous line drawing there, but it also have develops the what you call that quality of line there, okay, that define the structures, the structure. But of course, the drawing are not going to be as perfect as we sketch out those drawing using the constructive line lah. But it will help you to develop your confidence, understanding, and structures line in the right way. All right. And you guys also can watch some of the videos from other kind of what we call that artists there to the constructions line there, right? They will give you guys also some more impacts on the drawings there, okay? So those kind of things basically really what we call that importance there, okay? Okay, do more research, okay, on your own time there, okay, when you work, okay? Because whatever that I share with you guys, if you actually watch also some other artists actually at the YouTube, right? In YouTube actually explain, they basically talk the same thing. They always talk in the same thing, right? At the same time now, what we call that directions that it works. Hmm? Okay. All right. So please actually do also a bit enjoy doing some research there, okay? Because it's really important for our moment of working with our skills, right? To really understand how basically we can improve our drawing from time to time. Okay, we're not talking about after 14 weeks everyone can become professionals there. All right, but we're talking about the what we call that the experience that you gain, okay, from this learning process, right? They will give you guys an impact for you guys to work later on, okay, for your own skill set. And of course, our main objective, if you want to learn about drawing steroid, is all about to have the right kind of methods to visualize your ideas. Okay, as I show you guys before this, okay, this show actually how actually this thing be right, okay, draw using those ball pen, okay. The same thing that I do actually with my drawings, right? The same thing, right? Okay. But the difference between his way of working, because he has developed his strong memory, kind of photographic memory, kind of what we call that visuals in his mind. So he already know actually what he want to draw. He actually have trained his hand to coordinate with his mind. Whatever that he visualized in his mind, he draw back again using his hand. But the problem for us basically, right, okay, to develop this kind of understanding that, right, you need to develop your kind of what we call that way of what we call that learning the coordination back again there, okay? The coordination back again there, okay? When it comes to draw the subject matter, okay? Because I already show you guys also how actually I construct basically this drawing line there, okay? In my videos. So all this kind of exercise, right? It's really important that it works. All right, it's really important that it works there. So that's why the methods that I show you guys on digitals basically is the same kind of methods when we work with those traditional methods there. All right. So it's going to be the same thing, right? Let's just say if I want to draw, all right, what we call that, a robot characters there, or maybe a cat character, simple like a cat character, cartoon characters of cat character. Whatever that I draw right now, I already actually put into shapes, right? Put into shapes there. As simple as this one there. So I already have the visual in my mind. But the thing is, right now when I draw, I already know basically where I want to arrange and put those kind of shapes there. All right, in my mind there, right? I already know how to visualize it. All right, so I don't have enough kind of problems there to work. Okay, with the shape itself there. Even though it's very simple shapes. Right, if you were me there, I think, can you draw like this there, I think, without having a basic construction shape there? So to develop this kind of understanding there, right, you need to train yourself every day. Even though we use simple kind of shapes like this there. You see the proportions right, the measurement right, the alignment right there, right, okay? So those were basically important to train ourselves in the right way. You saw a lot of people can draw more professional, more right, okay? But normally we always want to have a shortcut. There is no shortcut to work with your skills. Okay? There is no shortcut to work with it. You have to train every day to work. So I can see some of you guys, okay, especially for those who actually have a lot of what we call that, a problem with the understanding there, right? Okay? You guys start to improve your skill from there. Don't worry, it takes time, but always understand your kind of progress that you show for each drawing. Okay? So if you don't have any questions, if you have questions or you want to show your progress, don't shy, don't feel hesitate to personal message me directly. Show me your drawings direct to my WhatsApp directly. So we can actually get to know more better what basically you can improve from there. Okay, what are your mistakes that you check this kind of thing. If you want to record your videos, the way that you move your hand when you draw, right, it will be more effective. Okay, guys. So check the videos, okay, that I actually show you guys, okay, record for you guys for the last 2 sessions, right, and then try to what we call that, repeat that again a few times. Please take a look how I actually move my hands there. I'm not showing those techniques based on my personal kind of interpretations there. It's basically based on the professional kind of methods of working. Okay? So that's how professional works there. So if you want to become professionals in the future, change the way you draw. Change the way you draw from now on. Okay? Don't go back into this old style of drawing anymore. All right? They don't go back into this old style of drawing anymore. All right? Try to avoid. We can try, not try the right thing, but throw away this method of work. Don't draw like this anymore. Right? Try to work with this constructive line that is. But this one is based from imaginations there. So if you want to imagine well, understand the whole constructive line that is. Look anything that you can find in realities, all right? Look into all these constructive line. Look everything in different ways. Don't look into like other people's life. We don't have any X-ray visions like Superman there, right? But we have our imaginations that we can play around in the right way. How actually we construct those lines? Using our imaginations there, right? But imagination that we actually construct not based from the as there, okay, or nothing there. It will base from the understanding of the knowledge that we bring from our lessons there. Normal people who cannot draw or don't learn about these subjects, they don't actually see things like we are. Okay? You don't see, they don't see those construction lines. Right now, you can see them. Whatever that you saw, okay, when I actually, like you guys, okay, when I learn about, uh, when I actually learn design, like you guys, okay, when I see this kind of pictures there, right, these samples, right, this, what we call that reference here, okay, this hat there, okay, I will actually look the whole thing into those construction line there, okay, constructive line there. I'm not seeing it as a cat, right? That's how I train myself, right? That's how art students train themselves, right? You see the whole thing in detail there, right? All the detail, textures, line, the design itself, right? We saw all these kind of things as an artist, right? As a designer. We use the element of design to work there. Okay, guys? So thank you very much for having me today.